most complex things about child trafficking and exploitation in America is that most reported child trafficking is familial trafficking. Families and friends trafficking their own children. Yes, terrible, dark, the darkest form of evil. However, we must be willing to be aware, because if we're putting the band-aid on the wrong wound, we don't have a correct premise from which to operate out of. My name is Kim. I'm a survivor of 20 years of cult abuse and child trafficking. That means I was born and raised into this environment, and I escaped when I was 20 years old. That means, yes, my parents were part of the problem. I'm using very nice words for the sake of this platform, and because most grown adults can't handle the truth, the reality that children are being tormented by on a daily basis. I keep my message pretty soft for the sake of helping this message be digestible for the general public, but the general public cannot handle the reality of what most children are experiencing when they're stuck in this realm of trafficking and exploitation. So yes, a lot of parents, to put it way too nicely, are part of the problem. We as a society have to understand and make adjustments for the fact many parents and families are not only willing to traffic and exploit their own children, but are doing it. And that's actually one of the major forms of trafficking in America. It's not the unmarked white van and the guy jumping out of a van with a mask and a weapon. It's people the children are supposed to trust, people the children know. And yes, many times when we do these rescue ops, a lot of these children don't have safe families to be reunited with or returned to. A lot of their families and parents are no longer safe for them to be returned to. So beyond rescue, there's a need to keep these children physically protected. The system is so broken, it's not designed to actually support, much less protect, these survivors of child trafficking. I've worked with a lot of safe houses and setting up trauma-informed survivor centers. It's a very complex issue. I'll talk more about aftercare and trauma-informed therapy and rehabilitation and what healing even means for a survivor of child trafficking. We first have to understand how complex this matter is if we expect to be effective in solving any problems. So thank you for being one of the few who is not only willing to be aware, but willing to do your part.